morning. I couldn't think about any best topic, any good topic than to talk about environment. Environment is a pressing issue just now. Here we are experiencing the temperature. It's becoming hotter and hotter. Yesterday, I just met some friends from India, and they have come to Bhutan just to run away from the heat wave. That's they are experiencing in their area. It has become very hot, and they say that the temperature over last 11 months is continuously increasing than the preceding years. Before it used to be a little bit colder, now it's becoming warmer and warmer, and we can also see, it's clearly evident that in a places where citrus used to grow, oranges used to grow, now even we are cultivating betel nut in such places because it's not the climate is no more viable for citrus. Means the climate is changing. Whereas apple is growing here, we'll have to grow citrus. Now in apple, it has gone to an alpine region, to very colder places uphill because the gradient has changed the temperature completely. It's evident. And what human can do, what human can do, that's the question everybody is asking. Whether it's the natural tendency, it's because of the carbon emissions that we are taking out from the ground and emitting in the environment that is creating all these things, or it's the natural way of earth. I don't know, because I'm not an expert in environment, but yet it's really true that we are experiencing a very, very vivid, the catastrophic heat that is coming up. So it's becoming hotter and hotter, and for people who can afford facilities, they can. But whereas for people who cannot afford facilities, they will die in the stroke of fate. Such is the situation of this world now. So here, what I feel as a human we can contribute is just to plant some trees. Plant some trees. Stop eating meat. Meat eating is also one of the contributing factor for this heat. I think we have read that rearing animal livers, it releases a lot of methane in the atmosphere, and that is also one of the root ingredient in global warming. We have to reduce the consumption of meat. We have to plant more trees so that they can consume more of carbon dioxide, and we can have a little bit improved life, improved society, so that climatically, if it is balanced at this stage also, because the world population is growing at a very fast pace. Somewhere, I think we started somewhere in 2 billion in the start of the last century, and now we are 8 billion, maybe more than 8 billion people around this world, and it will keep on growing, And when there is more population, there is more pollution, there is more requirement, the more productions, and everybody is capitalizing on the environment, actually, at the cost of environment. They are selling the goodness of the environment to harness the profit, and they are not taxed for that, for the environment. So here, the contribution of the companies must be, whenever they emit some carbons in the society, they must contribute hectares, acres of land with trees, something like that. The compensatory has to be worked out so that you give something to the nature and then you collect back something, because the nature is one thing that will keep our future generation continue. Otherwise, one fine day, it will be so hot that it will not be a place where humans can sustain. And then we will make ourselves first. It will change our complete chemistry, because the body will try to adapt to the heat, and we will be frustrated, emotionally tortured. Our whole chemistry will change before we really end this world, if we go in this trend, because it's natural. We are actually not walking towards that goal. We're running, actually. We're running because we're doing more destructions. We're emitting more carbon into the air. We are emitting more methane into the air. We are sending more, CFCs due to this, all the refrigerants and all this in the air, and that is creating this world that's making this world a very inconvenient place for existence, especially people living in the seashore oceans, seashore, those countries that are there in the seashore. Those countries are going to be wiped up maybe by end of the century. That is the forecast. By end of this 2000th century, some of the countries might be wiped out because the water level is increasing. There is the water is expanding as the heat is increasing because these places where we humans are occupying, that might not be there. So this is a very dangerous thing. The situation is becoming really dangerous for us, and you can feel today whenever there's a rain, the rain pours like a Niagara Fall, and it's so strong. It's very strong, and sometimes I feel it's very very dangerous. It's very dangerous. It's such rain. We need rainfall, right? We need sunshine, we need rainfall, but it should not be so heavy that it can wash out everybody, everything on its journey. So this is the impact of climate change we are facing today, and there is I don't see any solutions. How can we do it? What can we do about this? But as a human being, as a responsible person, we must stop contributing to the global carbon emissions. We must minimize ourselves with the use of cars, with the use of all this emissions. We must reduce so that we have a compensatory thing that plant consume and we produce, and that will balance whatever the carbon that's required in the nature. But carbon is required, otherwise the temperature will drop down so much and it will be a very cold place. But yet we need only limited carbon to sustain that temperature, not to enhance it so that it becomes an inconvenience for a human race or any other animal or even plant to sustain in this environment. So let's work together. Let it become, the charity begins at home. You become one individual contributor, because as a global leader, when we try to blame leaders and everybody, actually it's not worth, because leaders also can't do anything. The charity must begin at home. For an individual person must be aware that my generation is important and I must contribute something to this. It's my responsibility, and if we don't do this, then this world is going to end faster than we expect. Have a good weekend and always take care. I wish everybody be successful, energetic, and have a very, very energetic week. Tashtele.